put it this way. The weaker side of lesson, the weaker side of learn is basically what revitalize does, right? You can rummage instead of whatever the other one's called. Can't remember what the other one's called, where you draw first then discard. Discarding first and drawing is nearly the same as that, not quite, but very similar. All right. All right. Pack one, pick one. Nassari is pretty good, probably better than First Heated Debate. I also like Divide by Zero a lot. This card is the most flexible of these cards, but Nassari is pretty flexible too. Let's grab Nassari. Does that kind of clarify for you, KOHD? Sayonara, rather. I mean, Cultivator's decent, Decisive Denial's decent, Team Pennant can be good, but you kind of need some more cards for that. Inkling Summoning's okay, Colony's okay. This is Cultivator, annoyingly. Okay. How'd the pod draft go? We made it to the quarterfinals. It was a 2-win, 1-loss deck to get there. The games were pretty bad, unfortunately. A lot of mana screws on both sides. Here we see Field Trip. Pledge Mage is alright, but not very suitable for Teamer. Much more suitable for Izzet. I'd like to play pure Izzet here. Eliminate History is fine. Weather the Storm's playable. So. It's a below average deck. I thought it was a very honest deck in terms of what it was. Below average is fair. I mean, it's just uncommons, right? A lot of times when you're drafting, you just get uncommons. This like 12 rare stuff is pretty crazy. Immediately Teamer. I mean, Nassari into Quandrix Cultivator is going to do that to you. I mean, the Carrick's kind of playable. I guess in big Teamer, Mascot Interception can be okay as well. Is that really worth picking over? I don't really want the Memory Lapse. There's a lesson, but it's really bad. Yeah, maybe this is just like a bad Divide by Zero. Channel. What the hell can we do with Channel? Do I really take a Colony or a Elemental Masterpiece over Channel? I don't think we can play that. The pick's not super insanely expensive. Hard to play Mage Hunter here. This is Cram Session or Arcane Subtraction. I prefer Cram Session, but I think Arcane Subtraction is slightly better when I'm blue base. I just don't really like it very much. There's a negate for all the Gandalfing in a Quandrix Campus, I guess. Everyone's so Gandalfy these days. It's so annoying. It's a late introduction to Annihilation. So Lorehold Campus, which is either a tap red source that can't be tutored, or potentially, if we go real greedy, a white source. Let's have a look. I don't want that lesson. Strategic Planet and Team Pennant wheeled here. I think this is Pennant. Higher upside in my opinion. Don't know if I'm playing it yet. Depending on how many fractals we end up with. Channel's hardly playable. It's not that we don't have good spell target selection for Assistant, it's that the Assistant effect is very slow. Assistant is not a May, so if my graveyard is weak, I can't even cast the spell, because it will time walk me and kill me. Just need to get through the early game. I think we have more than needing to just get through the early game. It's not like we have a wide assortment of threats in this deck. We, I think, sometimes run into the fact that our threats are all pretty answerable and we don't have a lot of them. Thing about Adept is max mana is somewhat useful to us. Invocation cares about max mana. Fractal Summonings care about max mana. I only have the one creature on 3. Maybe it is fucking Carrick. Maybe it goes out, in. Fucking Carrick. Thing's so bad. It's alright, we'll just suit him up with a Team Pennant and go to town. I think for building Graveyard, I'm interested in Memory Lapse. 4, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So what do we end up? Instants and sorceries, quite a lot. 15, it's not bad. Curve ends at 16. We have triple ramp. That's okay. No environmental sciences hurts this deck a lot. So this is a tap mountain that can cast my planes. Can cast my swords plowshares rather. That seems fine. We're always playing the campuses here. I'm unsure about the Archway Commons yet. I probably want a second white source. This is a very expensive land though. It's insanely awful to top deck when you need lands. Always comes into play tapped. Requires you have another land to feed it. So it like deramps you for a turn. I'd like to not run a plains though. I don't know if 2 white sources are enough. We have no sources of other sources that create mana of any color, unfortunately. Sideboard is Conjuration, Double Summoning, other summoning. Deck feels slow. We have double red on 5, single red on 4, sometimes single red on 3. The red is nice. This is a red and a white source, helps a lot. This is what, 7 green? It's not enough. How many islands? Yeah, see here we probably have to cut plains. Probably add forest. We have no double green, we just have to hit green enough to cast spells. Oh, we have 1 double green actually. 4, 5, 6, 7 blue, 8 green, 4 red, 2 white. Do we need 4 red? We do. Man, environmental sciences would have helped a lot. Is golden ratio good for my creatures? No, it's not. Don't have a lot of creatures at all. It's not always win more. It's win more in this deck because I'm not going to have creatures to develop. All right. I mean, this deck is whatever. I wonder if we should play that. Should we just play Excavated Wall instead of Carrick? Like, honestly, is Carrick doing anything the wall's not? I guess the wall is getting destroyed by artifact removal. Carrick kills. Yeah. Kills my will to live. Look at him. He can barely eat flying rat possums. He's not even getting them. Alright. Our deck is slow and unreliable. But sometimes we give them the fist right where they don't want it. So, that's nice. Good luck, us. Choose a prediction. It's harder with the 1-3 when I can't bin certain lands. Well, I fucking hate Adventurer's Impulse sometimes, man. What's up with curve? You know, what's up with curve? Yeah, Warden over Pugilist here, I think. Pugilist challenges the Fanatic, but challenging the Fanatic isn't necessarily the thing we care about here. Open mana. Could be Crushing Disappointment, I suppose. Open mana again. Gotta assume whatever we cast here dies. Next turn I can Serpentine Curve. This turn I think it's just Elemental Summoning. It's the one I care about least. Maybe Pillar Drop Warden was fine here too, but I want to build my graveyard with spells, so. Scry is great. Curve is just, yeah, it's X plus 1, where X is 1 plus the total numbers. Yeah, so it's always a 1-1. It's 1 plus the number in your graveyard. Okay. So I actually could cast Field Trip and Curve. Dead to, oh, not dead, but taking a shit ton from random removal. Is that better or worse? So we have 1 land, we're in 7. We're always casting this. Is it better or worse than holding up Berry? I think worse. Better? Let's do this. So we might take a little bit more damage. We're not dead quite yet. We're getting a 4 mana 7/7 seems like a good start. Last turn he multi-spelled to kill it. So maybe this turn we don't lose it at all. Great. Now I need some answer to this friggin' Blood Researcher. 5/8. Could just drop a 9/9. He doesn't have an answer to a 7/7. He probably doesn't have an answer to a 9/9. Or probably take another 4 off Blood Researcher if that happens. It's not super mana efficient. 2 off, can't hold up removal. You can hold up removal next turn. I could just annihilate the Blood Researcher, but it gives him a draw. And also Warden. Warden's pretty unexciting on this board. But I'm a little worried about the tempo he gets if I don't save mana and he generates a removal spell for the 7/7. He might be willing to trade it here. Here I expect Trick. Double block is nice. If he trades for Warden, I'm fine with that. If he doesn't, that's also fine. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Hold up 3 now with Invocation. Okay. Maybe start attacking soon. We're at 11. It's a little low. Maybe should have attacked there even. It's a nice one. It's X is 4, right? Okay. It's got a lot of open mana over there. It's fine. Means he can't gang block that. May have a death touch trick. He probably would have used it last turn if he did. So we're getting for 9. Seems good. Okay. More scrying. Sure. I almost don't hate countering that. I really don't mind if he has to redraw Curvin. But then again, I don't mind trading it for this 9/9 for 2 of his creatures too. Could also bury if he gang blocks. 5, 6, 10. Thing is, I got big fractals coming up, and you can't handle the existing fractals, so it seems reasonable. I like not dying as well. So here, let's see what he offers for trades. Or if he's just taking 9 again. It's fine as well. I think I will cram session now. And practical research end step. Holding up the counter. Don't want to overcommit to this board. There's definitely sweepers in black. I like my spells. Could discard these two. Okay. This is also a semi-counter in the same way that Memory Lamps is tempo counter. Here I'm going to swing out a bit more aggressively. I'm A-okay trading with here. I feel like blowouts are just going to get me sweepered. Kind of okay with this board. I guess I could ramp, not worry about it if this creature dies. All gas, baby. Okay, 12 cards left though. I guess I could be worried about decking. Maybe I should have unsummoned the Leech Fanatic, get the free kill, keep my Fractal there. Maybe it would have been fine. 12 cards might have pushed me in a different direction. There's the sweeper. I think we'll make him wait on that. You can do that next turn. Next turn seems better. Okay. Not this turn. How about next turn? Okay. Hey, Zach. I'm not. Stop bullying. I'm just giving him a gentle suggestion. I telegraphed another counter. He's at 2 health. I have 3 lethal attackers, and I added another lethal attacker to the board. His removal spell is 8, and he's not playing any blue mana sources. So it's not like he's going to hold up counter while playing it. It's all of his mana. So if he had other plays, I'm fine with his other plays. I can end step bounce, hold up Leyline, or hold up that spell for later. What rank did I finish April at, Filthy? I don't know. Percentage Mythic somewhere, I think. Low percentage Mythic. First time we've seen our team pennant in 9 games. It's kind of interesting. Weird hand. Looks very different than our last hand. I'm not super excited about our hand here. I think I have the time to... I want to guarantee the Fractal on 5, and to do that, I need to develop tap land this turn, right? Actually, it doesn't matter. I can develop it next turn. I guess it doesn't matter the sequencing here. Just get 1 mana back. Some percentage of the time I draw untapped tap land anyways. Although some percentage of the time I draw my fucking red spells and want to cast them as well. Bit of a coin toss here, really. I'll play it slower, it's okay. Pennant makes that so exciting. I don't fucking know. I think we go either way here. I guess the punish is Academic Reach. I hate playing this guy out when I'm nowhere near 8 lands. Hate it. I don't like a 3 mana 3/3 trampler. I like a 3 mana 8/8 trampler. Yeah. So although it looks like not playing the tap land here just makes our our elemental summoning slower. It doesn't, because we did get the extra land out of. Am I ever just gonna be able to use my pennant? Oh, he's killing the 1/1. That's fine. I don't give a fuck about that 1/1. 5 for you. We're never blocking here. No. Wait, he didn't want his 1 extra damage and also didn't want to wait to see me pay 1 mana to attach it? Guy's fucking wild. Man, I wish I had white mana for this. He may just not attack here. He may do that, and that'd be the most annoying thing ever. Okay. What if I just unsummon it now? Game. Could I resolved the effect. Don't I get a time? I guess I don't get to. I don't get to react to him picking his card, I guess. Bye-bye, 8/8. I'll miss you. Kind of was expecting him to develop a threat. I guess removing my 3/3 is reasonable. This being a dead card sucks right now. Annihilate. Cards are not cooperating right now. That always gets annihilated, right? So I think I'd rather he killed the 4/4. I guess it makes better sense to 3/3 it. Okay. It's annoying. Sometimes one of these cards needs to be dead, not just another removal spell or another first striker. Sometimes. Isn't it always better to play that, since that's a 3/2 attacker if you cast that on your turn, bro? I guess I'm gonna die here though. I'm gonna die to annihilate. How much damage is it? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's too bad. Oh no, miss. Feels bad. Here, I might get punished for not taking Fractal. I wanted the life gain. I was hoping to get any creature out of it. Might not even have a creature left in the deck. I've got Carrick and nothing else. Dude, next Rise, so his whole hand was just literally removal for everything I've done, so I don't think we're gonna get back here. Now I'm just dead to the runaround, right? Like the yeah. No, opponent doesn't draw dead. He just hit 6 mana and just started ripping Rises off the top. Rise and double 3 mana spells. And he's still got burn left. Okay. I'm not too worried. I don't think hitting swords wins us that game. Right. This is just one of those insanely consistent white-red decks that hit the cards it needed at the moment for it. The Pledge Mages are, of course, excellent attackers. They're very, very hard to deal with. If your opponents give you 1,000 good cards, you'll play 1,000 good cards and have a good deck. The Rises are a little weird to see so many of them in that deck. Maybe it's his top end, just hits his 6 mana and doesn't worry about it for that game. Fucking Symmetry Mage, so we're gonna get tempoed. Alright. Or that. The plays! Your deck is built to resculpt your Symmetry Mages for aggro? What the fuck? Resculpt it again. Do it! Do it! So, 2 for 1 himself for 4 damage, followed by give me 2 acceleration, scry 2. I am fucking in love with my opponent. I wish he'd play on my team each game that we played together. I'm gonna tempo Forest here, annoyingly. Untapped Island's a 6/6, but I can resolve Fractal Summoning this turn, next turn, and then play tap land to get swords unlocked, so I'll take the campus. I'm swinging there, man. Oh my god, opponent. I love you, man. I love you. I love you, opponent. The 4/4 again? Hell yeah. You can counter this or not counter it. I don't even care. No attacks. I take 2. I attack. Guy is a resculpt king. It's 2 resculpts in the same deck on purpose. I mean, when he turned 2 did the resculpt thing, I was just gonna 2-point resolve multiple choice. I was gonna bounce his dude, draw a card. I'm like, that's a good turn for turn 3. I remove his 4/4 that he costs 2 cards for. I get another card and a scry. And then he cast a fucking spell that gives me 2 goddamn treasures and a scry 2. Oh, I want this one goes to YouTube. All right, that's our 7th win on that one. Yes, dog shit divination. That's a good way to call that. I mean, he must have been mana stuck, otherwise he wouldn't be doing that, right? But like, that boy was playing way too many resculpts, and I saw 2. I saw 2 in the first like 4 of his plays. Yeah. More wins than yesterday all day. Yeah, not wrong. I felt a little bit better. I watched like part of a Sam Black draft yesterday, where he went 1-3 and then opened his next one with like 0-2 or something close to that. And I'm like, it's not just me getting absolutely boned by fucking these things sometimes. All right, I gotta say, I wish I would post-mortem that deck a little bit better. I gotta say that the Serpentine Curve, so I started super high on that card, like Serpentine Curve, and then I backed way off of it because what I was finding was that most of the time a lot of the time it was dead in my hand as like a 3/3 or something, and it wasn't worth it. And I went pretty high on Leyline Invocation, but I was still playing a lot of Tricksters and Biomathematicians at that point, and I think the spell count in our decks have gone up while the creature count's gone down, and the curves have gotten a lot better for me, at least in this particular deck. This is the first one I've played them in a while because I don't really like them, but I gotta say 4 mana 6/6s are pretty powerful. So I don't know, maybe that's worth playing some more of. It's not a card I want in my opening hand. Actually, it's more like it's only a card I want in specific decks, so it's not as all-purpose as the Leyline Invocations, but I actually think in my opening hand for these blue-green decks it's mostly okay, right? Because if I'm just casting like Arcane Subtractions into Elemental Summonings into Subtractions into Environmental Sciences or Elemental Summonings or Cram Sessions or any early removal or any early counter spells or any curates or, you know, blah, 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 field trips, etc. All right.